What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing another episode of the series where I rate your teams. So lads, this is probably going to be the third last one of these I do this year. I think if they stop releasing cards on August the 1st, which is what my guess is, August the 2nd is going to be my very last one of these videos, which is going to be kind of crazy, but sure, look, it is what it is. 2K, the fact that I'm finishing up this series soon enough, that 2K are finishing up their content soon enough, means that, you know what, NBA 2K21 stuff is going to be coming out quite quickly. So anyway, this team right here. Please give suggestions. I run Nets Playbook and Hawks or Point Freelance. Okay, so you've got Steph at the 1. What did Nets Playbook have except Quick True SDS? Yeah, Steph at the 1, Giannis at the 2. So you got Hawks or Point Freelance, which means your players spot up from quite deep. I actually do like Steph. As much as some people say Steph's unusable, his stats and badges and 99 strength kind of makes him worth using at the 1. Hito is very good. Jimmy's very good. Your bench is really good. I don't think there's any real changes that you must make. Personally, I'd probably save a bit of MT and go for Boogie over Embiid, but again, I don't think that makes much of a difference. They're both very similar standard players. I'm iffy on Giannis. I'm really iffy on running that Giannis, and a big reason for that is basically because he doesn't have range extender. I get it, it's not the most important thing, but if you're playing him at the 2, it kind of is, especially in those freelances, because a lot of the time, if he's not in the corner, if you're playing him at the 2, a lot of the time he's going to spot up on hash, and that really isn't going to work out well at all. So this team right here, I can't give it any lower than a 9. This is a 9 out of 10 team. This is a really well-structured team. A team that can beat almost anyone. I'm just not the biggest fan of this card right here. This is a very good team. I don't think there's any real other changes you can make, except for maybe get rid of Giannis and buy... I don't know. Heck, if you get rid of Giannis, you can afford Porzingis. So, if you want height cheese, you can use Porzingis in that position. Okay. This squad right here, squad number 2. Saving up for Campus Legend Magic at Point and Jimmy Butler to 2 instead of Pierce. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So, I don't even know if Campus Legend Magic is like a must at the 1. Obviously, he is very good, but he's expensive. I'd sell Larry Hughes, because even the Dwayne Wade card that's in that same set is better than that Opal Larry Hughes. Also, I wouldn't necessarily think that Giannis card is great because of a lack of range extender. I would Evo up Bill Walton. Rather than even going for that Magic Johnson, just Evo up Bill Walton and throw him in a point guard. He's way better than both your point guards. Michael Cooper's good. I like Bol as well. But if you sell Wall and Hughes, you probably get, give or take, around 30-ish KMT. Get Walton in a point guard there, and you can probably put in Jimmy for Paul Pierce then, and then just the Dwayne Wade as your backup point guard. That makes your team a lot better. But this team is it's kind of an 8 out of 10. And with the way Spotlight Sims are, with how easy it is, for example, to get a Steve Smith or a Larry Bird, these cards right here in general do tend to be, or most of these squads, because a lot of people do have the Spotlight Sim cards, are at least kind of 8 out of 10 squads if you've got the right Spotlight Sim players in there. Okay, so you've been building a squad all year, beating some OP teams, but just let me know what you think. Okay. So, I like this team. LeBron is fantastic. I would prefer the Evo Jalen Rose, but I'm not going to say that LeBron's a bad card whatsoever. He's really good. Blake, I think Blake's really good. I'm not the biggest fan of Blake at point guard, but he is really good, so I'm not going to deny that. Kawhi's exceptional. T-Mac's exceptional. KD's really good. KP is unbelievable. Larry is really good as well. Jerry Lucas, I don't like him, but if you do like him, he's very good. KP and Yao, both great length and great height. Both great in the post. Neither of them have range though, but I do like KP. I would definitely replace Clay or Jaylen Brown. One of those two I would replace with a shooting center. So even an Eddie Curry or a James Wiseman or something. I would replace one of them, because obviously you do want a kind of cheap one. Or because of how Yao is so expensive though. So I would, considering the fact Yao is double the price of Taco Fall Evo'd. Taco Fall Evo'd is better than Yao, so I'd probably do that as well. And you can, there's ways you can save a lot of MT, but this is a really nice team. This is a 9.2 2 out of 10. It's a really, really good team right here. Like, realistically, every one of your cards is a top 10 at every position. Okay, so sitting on 200k, any recommendation power forward center, willing to sell Melo or Giannis if necessary, and 13E playbook. Usually just use Ball or KD to expose point guard matchups. Okay, so there's no point selling Giannis, honestly. There really isn't. You've got Beasley as well, so you're obviously good at the game. I wouldn't necessarily look at upgrading these two because these are fine. It's just the one card I would look to upgrade is Miles. However, if you have Beasley and you're a big fan, you do like Miles' release, that's fine. If Beasley, I wish Beasley could play power forward. Like, I would replace Miles though with like a Siakam if you can afford him. Like, that will make his team significantly better. And then there's Wiseman or like maybe Embiid to get better, but Wiseman's fine. AK is really good. JR, if you like this card, he's really good. Obviously, you've got 3 of probably the 10 best point guards in the game, and in Melo and KD, you've got 2 of probably the top 4 or 5 point guards. Like, if you like Giannis, keep him. If you don't. That's all I'm going to say. Because the point guard Giannis, in my opinion, isn't that much worse than this Giannis right here. However, he is worse and way cheaper. So, like, if you're considering selling Giannis, I probably would sell him and just even put like Beasley as your starting small forward, and then putting like the Pink Diamond Giannis here. Pink Diamond Giannis is definitely not as good, but it's not enough of a difference that I would say it's in terms of value wise. So you could probably tactically downgrade Giannis to a Pink Diamond and not lose too much, and also save $1 million MT. No money spent. Is there any way I can improve your team? Okay, so you've got no MT. Also, wait, did I see Melo? No, there's no Melo in this team. There is a Melo in this team though. So sell Melo. That is how you improve this team. Sell Melo. Play 2 hours of this game. Considering the fact you got Kobe and you seem to like to play Spotlight Sims, play 2 hours of this game against Steve Smith. Steve Smith is so much better than Melo. And then you got Melo and Jimmy. When you got Steve Smith and Jimmy, 2 similar players around Simmons and a bunch of shooters. If you don't want to do that, Cam Reddish is better. Also, moving Jimmy to the 2 and playing Rocco at the 3 is better. Diamond Rocco. You've had a bunch of great players in your collection. It's just the Melo isn't one of them. You can save a lot of MT. Quote unquote tactically downgrading Melo or tactically upgrading Melo with saving MT. You've got a lot of good cards in your collection that you do not have in this squad because of those Sims. Your point guard position's fine. Don't worry about it. Kobe, as much as I don't like Kobe, he's fine. There's no need to, because he's free and you put in all those hours, use him. Larry, one of the best free cards, if not the best free card in the game. Mikhail, very good. Hakeem, very good. Jimmy's really good. AK is really good. Marcus All, in my opinion, is really, really good. Some people don't like him. I really like that card. Harden, don't like him, but he's good. I hate Chris Mullin. I'm going to say that right now. I hate that card, but Siakam's really good. But yeah, this Carmelo Anthony card's kind of like the 1 weak link. But this is like an 8.7 out of 10. Okay, so this team right here. Run 13 Heat playbook and 5 out with Hampton. Willing to sell anyone except Siakam. Yeah, that's a fair thing. You definitely should not sell Siakam. Let's have a look at this team right here. Okay, so I like Hampton. I like Wade. Sorry, I like your point guards. I like your 2 guards. Like, as much as I'm not the huge fan of Pierce, Pierce is good. Especially because you don't have much MT. There's no point upgrading him. Red is very good for his price. So is Jeff Green. So is Danny Manning. Okay, this team, considering your MT total, that you don't have any MT, I would say get rid of Robinson. Try to find a way to get either one of Eddie Curry or James Wiseman Pink Diamond, because they are both better than D-Rob. Other than that, though, and if you like Michael Red, get out with Michael Red. Keep using Michael Red. He's a really good card. If you like, again, you're not going to make much of an upgrade on Pierce with such low MT. So, as far as your MT total goes, you're perfectly fine. You've got a good team for your squad. You've got a good squad for your price tag. Price range is probably around 80k MT, but for this price, it's probably around an 8 out of 10 team. However, for this price range, can't get much better. Okay, so this team right here. Any suggestions? I got a lot of them. That's all I'm going to say. I have got a lot of them. First of all, that Porzingis card is like 90k MT. Sell him. As soon as possible, sell Porzingis. Mirasan, if you like a giant, use Sean Bradley Diamond. Sean Bradley Diamond is significantly better than Mirasan. So sell both of them. Dirk at the 2. Sell and get Porzingis at the 2. Like, I don't know how much of a difference there is in price, but Porzingis is so much better than Dirk. And also taller and better at everything. And Jamal Crawford, I get it, he's got Trey Burke base, but he's not as good as Dwayne Wade at the 1. Like, Diamond Dwayne Wade's better. Like, you could sell Crawford, Dirk, Porzingis, and Mirasan. Replace them with Dwayne Wade Diamond, Opal Porzingis at the 2, and Sean Bradley at the 5. And at the 4, you could probably have the MT for like a Siakam or something. I know you probably don't have Siakam level MT. Danny Manning, who's just way better. This team is at this stage in the game, this is 6 out of 10. I'm sorry, this is 6 out of 10. Even, like, obviously when you evo that Kobe up, you guys are very good. I like Steph. I think Cummings is very, very underrated. I think Rodman is terrible. He is terrible. Yeah, he plays defense, but, like, he doesn't play offense. Just find anyone that can play defense. Heck, use Jamario Moon over Dennis Rodman. I love Larry Bird. He's really good. Marcus Gasol is really good. Paul Pierce. Heck, Paul Pierce the 3. Use him. You've also got James. Oh, you've got James Harden. You've got Robert Covington. You've got Cam Reddish. Use those guys. Sell Ralph Sampson as well. He's awful. Oh, like, you've got so many good players in your collection. You're just not using them. You've got Kevin McHale in your collection. You're using Pink Diamond Porzingis with no clamps, as well as Mirasan. You've got James Harden, and you're not using Reddish or Rocco, but yet you're using Dirk and Terry Cummings and Rodman. And this is a tear it down job. This team's a 5, 6 out of 10 max. And you've got Steph Curry as well. I did not realize that. That means you've got Detlef Schrempf and Steve Smith. Oh, you've got so many great players in your collection. Just not many great players in this team. Trust me, try out those cards, you're gonna have a lot more success. Run Hawks Freelance and Bucks playbook would start heat up if Steph needs to be with a taller 2 guard. That's a good point. I agree with that. Any suggestions for about 150k? Okay, so honestly, for that price range, you're not getting much better than you already have right now. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think of who's in that price range. Yeah, like you can use like a Porzingis or something in that price range. You could probably upgrade, sell Hito and buy Giannis instead with a pink diamond, but I like this. I like this team. I can't give this team more than a 9. It's probably like an 8.75 out of 10. But at the same time, I don't think there's any real upgrades you can make without completely breaking the bank that aren't like subjective. Like saying to buy DeMarcus Cousins might be just a waste of 100k because yeah, I think he's better than Marc Gasol, but is he that much better? Probably not. Saying to replace McHale, you're spending way more MT than you need. In terms of value-wise or bang for your buck, this team is right up there with the best of them. You've got Steve Smith in there. Like Siakam's unbelievable, Embiid's unbelievable. There's not a bad card in this team. Like this is very close to a 9 out of 10 team. For its price, I don't think you can get much better for its price. And a lineup that I really do like. Okay, I like to run quick true STS. Please be a troll. Please be a troll. Any suggestions? When I'm looking at my pink diamond, James Wiseman. Okay, first tip: do not run quick true STS online. Find a freelance. Heck, the Miami Heat playbook is better than quick true STS. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, you can get way better for cheaper. That's all I'm gonna say. You can get way better than Chauncey Billups for cheaper. You can get way better than Sean Marion for cheaper. You can get way better than Nate Thurman for cheaper. Like, Dino exists for like 10k MT. I'd sell Thurman and get Dino. You've got Marc Gasol sitting on the end of your bench who's better than Thurman. You've also got... I know you don't have Larry, so let's say you also have McHale, but you probably don't. Your bench point guard, Dennis Johnson, get yourself a diamond, Dwayne Wade. Like, I'd sell Thurman. Like, you don't even need to buy Dino. Just sell Thurman because you've got Gasol. I'd probably sell Coleman because he can't shoot from the corners. I'd probably get rid of Coleman. I'd probably start Schrempf, to be honest. Sell Sean Marion. You can get a lot better. I can't even think off the top of my head, but there's a lot better wings that you can use. Sell Chauncey Billups as well. Again, Wade is better. So you got an awful lot of reward cards here. And I'm going to say this right now. For your team, and the lack of MT you have, I would downgrade Anthony Edwards to his pink diamond. Because if you're running him at the 1, obviously it's a big difference. But if you're running him at the 2, you're not going to find a noticeable difference between Anthony Edwards and his pink diamond. So I'd save the 100k and do that. So like if you sell Thurman, Marion, Billups, and Edwards, you're probably sitting on about 250k MT right there. And with that MT, you can buy like a Danny Manning at the 3, or 3 or 4. You can buy yourself obviously you've got Gasol in there. You can get yourself a pink diamond Wiseman. You can get yourself I don't even think who you can use. You probably would need a point guard. I don't know, Dennis Johnson does the job, but you would need like a tall point guard just kind of chill on the end of your bench. There's a lot of guys you can choose in them positions. Like you should most of your every player that you can't lock in, right? You don't have locked in right now, you should sell and rebuild. You should sell and rebuild because there's a lot of weak links in this team. Like Tiny Archibald does not belong in a team at this stage in the game. Chauncey Billups realistically is just bad value. Not a bad card, bad value. Gasol, Pierce, fine. Willis Reed, probably wouldn't use him. Probably wouldn't use Coleman either. Keep Curry, keep Tremp. I'm not going to say get rid of LaRusso because I don't mind them. Pierce and Gasol, keep those guys. Downgrade Edwards, but if you like Edwards, trust me, there's another Edwards. It's almost as good for 5k MT. But other than that, I can't. The way this team's structured, if I come up against this team, I know I've won, so I can't give this more than a 5 out of 10. I can't give it more than a 5. Oh, sorry about that. This team right here. I run Bucks playbook with Hawks freelance. Like the rim run and shoot off quick stop. Have 150k. Okay. I really like your point guards, Anthony Edwards and Walton. If you like Tatum's release, he's great. One thing I would do, swap Jimmy Butler and Jason Tatum. And I'll explain why now. Your starting lineup does not have any guy that can create off the dribble and 3-hunt. Whereas your bench lineup has 2. There is no point playing with Edwards and Tatum because one of them will probably take away from the other one. There's no point playing 2 kind of cones or cone type players or rim runners in Walton and Jimmy Butler together, and then 2 3-hunters in Tatum and Edwards together. I would start Tatum and put Butler off the bench, or start Edwards and put Walton off the bench. Just trust me, just for team balance, I would do one of those 2. Larry and Manning are both exceptional. AK and Kevin McHale exceptional. Gasol and Cousins are exceptional. There's no need to upgrade anything. There's no need. Like, you definitely can upgrade. Like, for example, a Manning or McHale to a Siakam's an upgrade you can afford, but there's no point. There really is no point. I like this team. I think this is like pushing a 9 out of 10 team. There really is no point upgrading in a lot of these scenarios, and this team is really, really great. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. This is the 3rd last episode of the series where I rate your teams. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade.